All right, another day, another county. Today we're going to be we're going to do one in western Kansas. How about this one? Today we're going to talk about Scott County, named after General Winfield Scott. Scott County is not the only place in Kansas to bear the name of General Winfield Scott. Fort Scott is also named after him. Winfield Scott is going to have the distinction of being the longest serving general of the United States military. He actually joins the military as a captain in 1808 prior to the War of 1812, and he's not going to resign as a general until 1861. So, like, when I say he's one of the longest serving generals in the United States military, he's one of the longest serving people, period, in the United States military. Scott is going to serve with distinction during the War of 1812, the Mexican-American War, the Patriot War, the Pig War, and the Civil War. And yeah, I said Pig War. We're going to have to do a whole other video on that one because it's just weird. Anyways, back to Scott. Scott is ambitious. He wants to be in control of the military. After the end of the War of 1812, the two most famous generals in the United States military are Winfield Scott and Andrew Jackson, and both of them want to be president. One of them is going to succeed. When Jackson becomes president, Winfield Scott is given a role higher up in the United States military. He's going to serve as a negotiator during the Black Hawk War with Native Americans in Illinois. He is also going to be the person put in charge of putting down the Seminole Revolt in Florida, and he is going to be in charge of escorting the Cherokee during the Trail of Tears. So during the Mexican-American War, Scott is in charge of training troops back here in the United States. Zachary Taylor is in charge of leading the assault. However, James K. Polk doesn't think that Taylor is moving fast enough, or Tyler, Zachary. The other general's not moving fast enough, so Scott gets sent in to capture Mexico City. During there, he has a bunch of problems with someone called the St. Patrick's Brigade, who are United States soldiers who deserted during the war, and they were killed. Well, they were executed for treason and desertion. Anyways, after that, he is still a commanding general of the military. He is going to be called upon to kind of help strengthen southern forts, mainly because he sees the secession as coming and coming quickly. Under Abraham Lincoln, he is going to develop something called the Anaconda Plan, which is going to be the eventual plan that wins the Civil War for the North, which is cutting off the South and not having it be able to sell cotton. However, because General McClellan is going to be promoted as top of the military against his advice, Lincoln is going to kind of start using Scott less and less. So Old Fuss and Feathers retires in 1861 and passes away in 1866. And then Scott County is named after him in 1886. So there you go. Scott County named after General Winfield Scott.